Kick his ass, Carl.
I have no idea what I'm going to say.
I didn't either.
Well, you know.
You'll probably tell.
I was trying to think back of the first time that I met Merv Ward, and it may be surprising to some of you.
I can tell you when it was.
I know when it was, but it had to do with fishing. And like many people in this room, I bet there are 100 people who've gone down to City Tire, had coffee in the morning, and got filled up on the latest gossip in Olympia and all the personal stories about our family and friends and the things that enrich us from day to day. Very deep, meaningful things. And then I met Merv. And that changed all that. Merv is, for those of you who may not know this, if you're a fishing guy, Merv is a pure god darn function guy. He's not about whether your boat's white or pink or it's a Boston whaler or pretty. Merv is going to fish in the way that's the most functional. So the first time I meet Merv, we're having a discussion about the very best boat to anchor in fresh water. And I'm struggling with it, and Rich and I are debating, and Merv's listening to this, right? And he's going, oh, bullshit, this is, you know. So we go on about this, and we're having this discussion. We can't agree about the best anchor. So this is the kind of guy Merv really is. So a couple of days later, I get a phone call, and I got this anchor that looks like a damned octopus. I mean, you don't even want to put it in your boat. It's that ugly. It's twisted this way and it's twisted that way. But I take it just simply because Merv built it, okay? And I recognized how important that is. But I took it out in fast water on the Columbia River and I dropped it, and I thought I was going to sink my damn boat. I'm not kidding. You could have anchored the Titanic with that thing. When it stopped, I almost went over the boat. So what I thought about and what I learned from that lesson is exactly what I said. Merv is all about doing things the right way, the way that's functional and produces the best results.
Form follows function.
Form follows function. And I've never heard that before. But, you know, the relationship has progressed with all of us over the years. And I think one of the things that I've learned as I age through life and I go down this journey that we're all on, is that there's nothing so endearing as family and long-term friendships. And I look around this room, I'm really heartened by all the people that are here that have known Merv even longer than I have. I was blessed because Rich Reidman brought him into my life. But I'm also so engaged because now my connection level is extended to people like Arnie and all these other people that I didn't know before that have enriched my life. So as I go down the next few years of my life,
What's down mean?
down, it's not going to be that up. But anyway, I love his attitude. If any of you had a chance to talk to Merv about life, he's going to live his life to the fullest as long as he can, and that's an inspiration for all of us. And he's taught me a number of things, but one of the most important things is when Rich was struggling his most in the last months of his life, nobody was there for him on a day-to-day basis longer and more patiently than the family than Merv was. And how wonderful that is. And we should all be so blessed to have someone like that in our lives.
Oh, thank you. That was very beautiful. All right. We're ready to cut him a new one.
Ain't a thing. It's not going to hurt.
None of it hurts. I got broad shoulders. Give me your fuggy hand.
The F-word bombs out there already.
Oh.
Nobody heard that. Okay. I'm new in
Do
town.
you suppose that I could get a little bit of scotch in my glass?
Maybe.
I'll have some vodka.
Oh, is that right? Well, already then.
We've done this before in our life.
He just wants scotch. Scotch and water, vodka water, that's our life. We've lived like that a long time. Not much longer.
Well, you know.
I'm the new guy in town. I'm here from Alaska. My name is Craig Forrester, and my lovely wife Vicki over there is in between us spooners. We left Alaska in 1989, October 1989, and did not know a soul in Olympia, Washington when we came here. We brought down some horses and we found a place in the Kegley Ranch out on 93rd. Out on 93rd, we put our horses out there and we took off for a vacation and came back and wound up buying a piece of property on the Elm Highway near the Evergreen Valley grocery store. And some of you might know where the Catholic church there is on the Elm Highway, and that's our boarding kennel and facility there alongside the road. Well, I'm a retired police officer, and I have spent a lot of time with the guys, and been in the Army, and so I'm used to being around the men. And I know that when you go to find men, when you do find the men that you need to find in your life, they'll help you get and find the information and things that you need. And I needed help in the area because I was brand new and we were building a home, and I needed to know who had the bobcat, who had the ditch digger, who was the plumber in town, and those kind of things. But when I went to the Evergreen Valley grocery store, I met farmers, and I met Pete Van Lierp and Merv, and I tapped into their resources and asked them about some things. And there's a couple, 3 stories here I'll tell you about Merv as I came new into the neighborhood. It's fairly new there, and one day I was up to the store and I thought, geez, this is still kind of inclement weather here. I'm thinking that maybe it might snow. And so I'm in there and I said, hey, you guys are farmers and you've been here all your life. And I said, I'm thinking it's feeling kind of bad outside. And I was watching TV last night and I said, I think Andy Doppler says it's probably kind of going to snow. And Merv says, oh, bullshit. Gal, I was listening to Steve Poole, and Poole says it ain't going to snow. And I said, well, Jesus, maybe we got to go outside and take a look, right? And we walk outside and we're standing up against the building, and Pete and I have got our back against the building, and Merv turns around and starts talking to us, and he says, you know, Poole's never been wrong. I put my money on Poole all the time, right? And I said, you know, shit, I'm from Alaska, and I said, I kind of feel a little snow in here, you know. And Pete came and he said, oh, I listen to Andy Doppler too. I think Andy Doppler's pretty good about the weather forecast. And Merv says, no, hell no. I say, this goddamn October, it ain't going to snow around here, you know. I'm looking at Pete, and Merv's giving us a story. There's this white stuff starting to fall behind him. I said, Merv, what was that guy's name? Steve Poole. Poole, that's the guy. He says, hell, he's 99% right all the time. Right? And I said, well, I'm looking up at Pete, and I'm saying, Pete, does feel like snow to you? And Pete's looking up there, and the snow's falling down. Feels like snow to me. And Pete and I are grinning at each other, and Merv looks at me, and he goes, it's snowing, isn't it? He turned around, looked out there, and he goes, God damn it. He said, the guy's never wrong. You know? And that was my first experience with my farmer friend, who I thought maybe next time I'll just look in the almanac. Then my good friend here, and the type of guy that he is for the new guy in town, where I walk in the EVG store, and if you've never done this, you need to find a little store where you can go and meet fellas like this, because he's the kindest man in the neighborhood. And he and Tom were talking one morning. This is always early morning, by the way. I had to be there before 6 o'clock in the morning if you wanted to get the good stuff. They're talking, Tom's giving us a lecture on how to be businessmen. And Merv's saying, oh, Tom, you don't know jack shit about anything, you know. And Tom says, well, yeah, if I had those pumpkins, I'd take those pumpkins and I'd take them and I'd do this and I'd do that with them. He says, well, the hell, why don't you buy the whole goddamn field from me then? I'll just sell you the whole damn thing. Tom said, well, hell no, I'm not ready to do that. And now, Vicki and I had a Halloween store and been in the Halloween business for about 8 years. And I heard that and I went, oh, just give me one shot at this guy and I'll take it, right? So Tom left, and I didn't quite know how to approach my new friend here. And I said, you know, that was a pretty good offer you made that guy in that pumpkin patch out there. And this is how we met Shar.
Merv said, hell, I'll sell you the goddamn thing too. I ain't messing around with that thing this year. I said, well, what do you want for it? He said, give me $1,500 and you can have the whole damn thing. I said, you talking about that whole pumpkin patch along the Elm Highway down there? And he said, yeah, go get the whole goddamn thing. Give me $1,500 and you can have it. So I left the store and stopped right back. So I went down, Vicky's in bed. I said, get up. Vicky said, what for? I said, about a bunch of pumpkin patch. She said, you what? I said, get a checkbook and go up there, and that guy owns that big house where that flag is out there, and go write his wife a check for $1,500. You and Kathy Clue are going to sell pumpkins this year. So, being the good wife that I have, she got up, went down, and that's where she met Shar when Shar came to the door and found out that her pumpkin patch had just been sold. Vicky and Kathy sold $10,000 worth of pumpkins off of that highway that day, that next couple weeks.
Well, that's good for you.
It was good, very good for me. So I appreciate a good businessman.
I think you lied about the number, but
no. Oh, you didn't know that?
I heard you lost money on it.
Oh, no. That was the lie. Now the other story I got to tell you is Merv, being the gentleman that he is never ceases to offer you anything that he can do to help you out. So we have horses, and we're saying, you know, hey, Merv, how can I get some carrots? You know, I hear you do some carrots. Can I get a load of carrots, pick up some carrots for my horses? He goes, hell yeah, I'll bring you over some carrots. Don't worry, how many you want? I said, well, if I can get a box or two for the horses every once in a while, hell, I'll bring you some carrots. Oh, no. Well, one evening, I looked down the driveway, and here comes Merv with his tractor, and he's got this big-ass machine behind him. It's this barrel-looking thing. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It cultivates or rotabates or whatever it does carrots, right? And this thing, it looks like a Miles sand and gravel truck coming down the road with a load of concrete on the thing. He said, my goodness, what is this? It's full of carrots. He said, hey, you want some carrots? I got you some carrots. So where do you want them? I said, well, let's put them over here by the barn. He said, hell, I'll put them under the barn. Right? So he pulls up there with this tractor and takes this big damn roller barrel thing, and he flips the thing over and dumps all them carrots out and takes the gutter right off my roof. I'm right on down with it. So, well, I got carrots and I got a gutter I got to fix. But that's my friend Merv. Anything I want, he's going to be there for me. I appreciate it.